Alex being with K-Side Press. I'm here with SD Dumas, who's coming off his second round TKO at AKA 17. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How about you, man?
I'm good. I'm glad to finally be talking with you. And what's even cooler is you just announced that you have a fight next month already. I mean, just ready to go back to back.
Yeah, man. Back to back, man. The goal is to get to either Contender Series by December or whenever the Contender Series is. It's just I'm trying to rack up these wins because, like I told people, I'm the underdog in the game. But I'm gonna let y'all know that's fine with me, and I'm gonna keep rocking with that. So even if I am on top, I'm gonna keep rocking like I'm the underdog because I got a point to prove to everybody.
For sure, man. So it's been 3 weeks since your win. How do you feel about your performance?
Honestly, man, I feel great. I just didn't want to showcase a lot because since I know AKA 17, basically I know I can build off that. I know it's a middleweight champion, and I'm like, bro, like I want that belt. Like I'm that type of fighter. I'm a competitor. Like I love fighting. So like when they told me, like, hey man, you're a good middleweight, that you want to, go up and fight middleweight? Like, yeah, bro, because this 205 is not for me. Like, I'm not no light heavyweight. I'm just here because, they set the fight. So then after that little bit happened, I just told people that, like, I just want it. That's just my main thing. I just wanted to be known that, hey man, I'm the underground. I'm the underdog. Like, I'm here to come take care of everybody's stuff. And even if I don't take it, I'm gonna respect you, but I'm still gonna let you know I'm still gonna come back and take it again. That's just how I do it. So that's all right. That's Big Grim. I'm calling myself Mr. Grim.
If you could take one thing away from that performance, what would it be?
Honestly, what I'll take away from that is I need to do more kicks. Honestly, I damaged him in the first round. If I would have picked it up a little bit more, probably 3 more kicks back to back, I honestly would have ended him in the first. But like I told myself, that's something I see when I analyze myself. When I go back and watch my fights, I go back and analyze myself. I really don't care too much about like how I ended the person. I just go back and see what I can improve more to make my legs, my striking more critical to injuring people more. But that's just me.
Yeah, on the commentary, they kept saying that they felt like you were the best kickboxer on the card.
Yeah, I really do. Like I said, I'm very confident in my striking, very confident in my kickboxing. I only been fighting for 3 years, my amateur and pro. I've racked up as an amateur. I was 16-1 as an amateur, and as a pro, I'm 3-0. So, like I told people, I've been strictly doing kickboxing nonstop. My coaches literally said, "Hey, like, it's time for you to go to MMA, buddy. Like, you doing very good at kickboxing." So I tell everybody, if you're a kickboxer and I'm a kickboxer, I don't want you to grab me and we ain't fun to go to the ground now, bro. If you tired, bro, you better just tell the ref, like, hey, let me just back a little bit. You better act like you got a nut hit or something like that. Because if I feel like in that last fight, he said he was a kickboxer. So I'm gonna make sure, oh, you a kickboxer? Bet. I'm gonna let you know I'm a kickboxer. I'm a true kickboxer. So I'm gonna go down your throat with it. That's just how I do it.
I feel you, bro. So for anybody, let's back up a little bit. So for anybody who doesn't know your story, how did you get into mixed martial arts?
So I started doing backyard fights in the back when I was on work release, because honestly, bro, I really didn't care. I was just really just running around doing what I want to do, smoking, drinking, doing whatever I want to do. But me and my homeboys, we started off with they started off with making put the guns down, put the gloves up. But then we kind of said, like, man, look, bro, everybody's doing that shit in different states. So we said, hey man, let's make it a janky promotion. Like, we're gonna be in the backyard with the gloves on in the dirt, we're gonna be fighting. So then I said, well, I support that. Like, hey, I love to fight too. So then that's what it was, because I was 250. And I was like, well, shoot, this fun. I like going to like different people's hoods, different people places, like we fighting in church, like Fast Eddie's, McDonald's, and the police looking at us like, shit, y'all keep going, keep doing it. But one of y'all fuck up, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna say nothing. So then we kind of just took it off like, all right, in bet, let's try to like go something with it. And then I took my first loss in a little janky promotion. So I was like, man, let me go to like a boxing gym, you know, just get some work in. And then when I was trying to go to this boxing gym, it got shut down. And I was like, okay, then cool. So I went to Backyard Boxing in Pensacola, Florida, and that's how I started off. And then I went to Larry Downs Jr. Gym, and that's the one that got shut down. Because at first I wasn't so sure about it because somebody told me about it, but I was like, all right, bad. But when I looked it up, it said it was closed permanently, but it really wasn't. Then after that, I kind of just started taking off from there. Just dropping my weight from 250, comfortably fighting at 185, walking around at 200. So that was really made me start fighting. And plus, I just like, oh, I don't know. I'm just a competitor. Like I've been playing sports since I was been 10 years old. So it's kind of like, hey, bro, you're gonna have to show me.
What other sports did you play growing up?
I played football, I did weightlifting, and I did track. So I couldn't play basketball because I couldn't do a fucking three, a mid shot, or a layup. I can pass it, and that is it. That's it. We good. That's it. So that's what y'all know. That's a fun fact. I will not play basketball. That's
So you started in backyard fighting. Were you a fan of Kimbo Slice?
Nah, bro, I'm gonna be for real, bro. I ain't know who Kimbo Slice was. Like, I ain't know about none of these people, bro. Like, none. Until I started fighting, I was like, oh, so you know Kimbo Slice? I'm like, who? I'm like, you know, rest in peace to the man, you know. I was like, damn, this man really beating motherfuckers in the backyard. I had my eyes, so I said, shit, I like him. We gonna have to meet. I was like, bet. So we gonna have to meet. So I was like, nah, but when I started getting to fight, I started knowing about Kimbo Slice, Mazadov, like doing like a lot of backyard stuff. And I was like, bet, man, I like these dudes, bro. And then I kind of started just like mess around with UFC, like the first one that came out. And I was like, bet, man, this is kind of fun, kicking people in the head, you know. And then boom, that's when it just started from there. When I said, hey man, I want to start doing kickboxing. And then I was doing kickboxing ever since. So 3 years in kickboxing, that's I told people, like, I'm catching up. I'm basically playing catch up. And every fight that I fight, like I tell people, you might have more experience than me. Like a lot of people have more experience than me in the ring, but I'm playing catch up and I'm learning in the ring. And that's what's going to make me like more deadlier than a lot of people because I have a different type of hunger. Like, yeah, I have a hunger trying to get to the top. I have a different type of hunger, which is I have to learn to be hungry and also know, like, hey man, your goal is to get there. So you got to be grimy and hungry in that ring. And that's something I got to build within these 3 years. Like, I'm still building that. Like, but people have been doing this for years. So like I tell people, I really have a grind like for this. And that's why I kind of just put in together. It's just like, that's why I say, all right, I'm gonna buckle down with this kickboxing, make sure everybody in MMA cannot touch me. And if you do, you know, hey, I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna keep fighting with you. And if you go to the ground, hey, just know this kickboxer got groundwork too. I just don't use it.
So you had 10 you had 10 amateur fights, which to some might be a lot, but how important was
16?
Oh,
16.
oh yeah, 16
Yeah. So
amateur fights.
Tapology messed up. So Tapology put 9-0 or 9-1, which they forgot about the other like 3 or 2 because I went 15-1 because I had 16 fights overall. Yeah, because I literally fought 7 times in 1 year. The next year fought 7 times, and then I think it was like before I turned pro, beginning of last year, I had 2 more amateur fights, which was that head kick. I made like 2.2 million views. But yeah, man, like I tell you that I'm with 15-1, and that one loss, he gonna have to run it back with me, but he's ducking and dodging me. He know who he is.
Damn. All right. So 16 amateur fights, which is a lot to some people, but how important was it that you got all those fights under your belt before turning pro?
Man, honestly, I was so happy. Honestly, I really didn't know what was gonna happen. I linked up with Dean Tool from Island Fights and Icon Fight Federation, and he basically locked me in. He got me locked in with first round management. Like I say, shout out to the boys because them boys hooked me up, showed me the ways. So I can't do nothing but like give back and show my performance. Like I told Dean, I will always have his back. I will always make sure, like, hey man, you showed me a way. You gave me the door. You showed me how to walk up to that door and open it, and you told me to open it, and I had to, go through that door by myself. So that's how I really like got into it because of Dean. Like I was just gonna fight, here and there, to get back in shape. But he was like, hey man, you got some talent with this, like, don't fuck it up. And I was like, bet. So I told myself in commitment to like my city, to, you know, people that's actually rocking with me, like, man, I got you. Like, it's gonna take time, but I got you. And every time I fight, I think about that in the ring. Like, I think about, like, hey, it's just not me. You know, I got people that's riding on me. I got my family. I got people that, you know, open these doors, you know, people that help me get to. So I look at the bigger picture long run and help me. So that's how I be doing it.
Awesome, man. So, and you took your first pro fight during the pandemic. How did that come about?
Honestly, man, it was great. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I blew Dean up like I was his main chick, his side chick, bro. I blew him up like, bro, look, bro, I gotta fight. I can't sit in this house no more. This running every day, shadow boxing, I love it. I can't do it. I gotta hit somebody. He was like, can you make 180? I'm like, shit. I said, fuck, I'm 210 right now. I said, I got you. Let's go. And then I made the weight, and it was good. Like, it was a weird thing during the pandemic, but honestly, bro, I tell a lot of people that really humbled me and made sure my striking was real crisp, and like it had me think more about the basics, and I could turn the basics into style, and that's really what's been my main focus. Is basically just my basics turning into like what I wanted to be, which is unique, and that's what I did in my last fight. Basics, jab, feint, couple of pawn in the face, throwing a kick, you know, walking them down, not getting over aggressive, keeping my distance. And that's what like showed in my last fight. So this fourth fight that I'm having coming up October 29th, back on AK 18, people say, you know, hey, let's see what your hands about. I'm not gonna play in y'all, bro. I'm gonna use my hands, I'm gonna use them. Like I say, you get close to me, you're gonna feel these hands. Trust me. I'm just not no kickboxer that just don't know how to box. I'll beatbox you like the beatbox. Feel me?
It's fantastic. Then your second pro fight was in bare knuckle in Jorge Masvidal's promotion. How did that come about? Was that just kind of a first round management kind of hooked you up, or
Dean, like I said, first round management, you know, David Armello, which is my manager, he made sure he stayed locked in with my coach Jimmy Mills at a Port City, you know, hey, let's just make sure everything is good. You know, let's make sure everything's, you know, locked in, bet, set. And then when at the time I was training at Remedy in Pace, Florida, over there with Trey Aldo and Coach Ben. You know, it was kind of weird because we only had 2 weeks to prepare. So I had to let Jimmy know, I had to let them know, like, hey man, we got this fight. So we had to basically put everything together, blah, you know, working around like a clock, like 360. So it was mostly like Dean said, hey man, we got you a fight. I know you said you've been ready to fight. You've been itching for another fight. A lot of people like my performance from the first fight. And then also I was fighting my homeboy, well, one of my teammates, ex-teammates now. So it was kind of just like, bet, like, man, this what it is. Like, this is the big show. Like, hey man, like, this is like the big shows to me until I get to the big show. Like, I gotta do stuff like this. I gotta take these certain fights. I gotta show people like I'm not no cat. Like I'm in here to make sure I'm a dog, I'm an underdog, like I'm here to stay. And I'm gonna make sure when you step in Grim Reaper part, like, just know, like, there's no coming back. If you run away and I miss you, don't worry, I'm gonna double back again and again and again until I get you.
So, I mean, October 29th, aka 18, you're fighting a guy named Mario. I don't know his last name because it's not out. It's not out there yet. But I mean, have you watched any of his fights? What do you think of the matchup?
Honestly, like I tell people, I respect everybody I fight, but once I look at any type of film, I really just look at like your drive. Like, I don't know what it is. It might sound crazy, but I can feel your energy and I can feel your aura. Like, when I'm finna get ready and fight you, I can look you in your eyes and I can be like, all right, bro, either you're gonna give me a fight or you not. And then when I'm in that fight the next day with you, I'm already know I'm finna break you. And even if you do give me a fight, I'm telling you right now, 90% of the time, I'm gonna break you. I'm going to break you. Like, I don't care. Even when I took my first loss, even though, you know, he fractured my orbital bone in my face, you know, I lost to him. No taking the one from him because he's a D1 wrestler, you know, on some rule sets that was, you know, Philadelphia style. I don't know. But I tell people, I fight. I don't care. even win or lose or draw. I'm gonna fight you. Like I'm not that type of person. I'm a man at the end of the day. But if I know I'm losing on the cards, best believe that third round you are finna get it. And that's just how I am. Like I just feel like it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just like a fight. But I feel that like if I don't feel it from you, like Mario, I don't feel it, then I'm not worried about you bringing fight. So I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick you apart.
So you kind of said it in the beginning. Your goal is to get to the Contender Series by next year. What? So say you win next month. That'll bring you up to 4-0. And do you want to fight for the AKA title? Do you and then kind of see where to go from there, or do you not care about that title, or
me personally, I'll fight for that title because I'm making a standpoint on somebody's promotion. But me personally, I tell it like this: I'm a fighter, and if you get me back and got dudes that want to fight me, I'm gonna come back. Because I know in the pandemic it's really hard to get fights. Is like because a lot of states has different type of stipulations and whatever BS they have. So it's kind of just like, all right, bet. You want to fight? Bet, cool. Boom, boom, boom. Let's hop on it. You know it's a good matchup. You know it's a fair. All right, let's hop on. So then I tell people it's like, well, you know, it's opportunity. So I'm just you got to jump on. Like that's how I tell people. Like, so if AKA gives me a shot at the middleweight title, yes, I'm gonna jump on it. If I get a shot before, if I get a call to the Contender Series before, that middleweight title shot, if my coaches feel like it's right, because I know my coach has been in the game more than me. If they feel like it's right and it's time to go, then they feel like, hey, we got this fight, the person they send or whoever it is, then bet we're going to take it. But if not, no, I'm going to take that middleweight fight or back on Dean's show or, Mazadov's show, whatever show. I'm going to keep fighting to basically make my experience to the point when I get in that ring is basically like nothing. And that's what I love having my performance. Basically, when I get in there, I know it's a fight, but I'm making sure it's nothing. It's just like a paper bag and win. Like I'm gonna go through it sailing, and even if there's the wind is rough, I ain't worried about it. I'm still gonna go through it just blowing. I'm gonna keep going, and that's just how the motto is for me. So it's really like if it's time, it's time, and this is what I go by. Because stuff happens for a reason.
For sure. Perfect world. How many fights do you want on your resume before you get that call to the UFC or another major promotion?
Man, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, man, they can if real stuff, man, it doesn't even matter. It can be 4, 5, 10, 12. Me personally, I'm just the type of person like, man, I'm gonna sit back and relax. I'm gonna smoke this J, and I'm gonna just sit back and relax until my manager or somebody call me and say, "Yo, it's time." So if I'm sitting at 10-0 or 11-0 or whatever, when it's that time to get that call, I'm gonna put that J down and be like, "Let's go!" Like it's time to go. Like I ain't fun to play, and then I go from there. I just take life like I make even the stressful times happy. So like when I know like, oh, it's taking a while, bro. It's taking a while for a reason, bro. Just keep doing your thing. Maybe some stuff you want to do, like you ain't never like worked on. So that's the type of mindset I have. Like, it's a reason why. It's a reason why I took a loss. It's a reason why I'm not fighting because sometimes you got to sit back and go back to the lab, look up at the blueprint, and be like, bet I missed this, I missed this, I missed this. Let me go back over. And that's the type of person I am, bro. Like I go with the flow, I go with the boat, and I'm not the type of person like you're gonna peer pressure me and doing something. Because I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get 2 middle fingers on your face, and I might walk out in front of you. So it's okay. Sorry.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Two last things. Where did your nickname, the Grim Reaper, come from?
The Reaper came from basically like so like honestly, it's just like, bro, I used to sit at the graveyard. and just like look at the moon and shit. And like I used to sit back and I used to hear stuff, and I'm just like, damn, because like I lost a lot of my homies and stuff, and I just used to like think like, all right, then baby, I'm just tripping. And I used to sit at a graveyard and go to a crossroad, and like I howl like once or twice at a crossroad, and I'll go to a graveyard and just sit right there, and like I'm sitting here like thinking like, bro, this is like some Grim Reaper shit. Like I come here and sit and be like, damn, bro, like I know I got a fight coming up, and like I'm in a graveyard, like I'm literally sitting like late at night in the graveyard. Like I don't even play. Like Chuck even stay with me. You feel me? Chuck even stay with me. So you feel me? Like I don't know, man. It's I don't know. That I just like that was just the best name. And then like when I look at people, they get scared. Like when they see me, they're like, oh, well now it's time to fight. Like I'm gonna fight the Reaper. Like I'm gonna fight him and I'm gonna give him a fight, but I tell people like, hey man, like I'm dead. Like it's like I'm cool, laid back. I'm like, you'll never know who I am until like it's time for me to pop up. You be like, man, who is this dude with tattoos? Oh, hey man, wait till you get in the ring with me. You gonna find out soon, and that's it. So
I've asked tons of fighters how they got their nicknames, and that might be my favorite one. Favorite one right there. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And then I see you have tons of tattoos. What's your favorite one?
The favorite one will probably be, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably be the one on my eye. This one.
Okay.
This one basically like from Naruto Shippuden. Basically is like the Akatsuki's. Basically like they're like a rebel, but they basically wanted peace in Earth. Like peace on the Earth and for the villages, but they had to do it basically in villain type way. Like, hey man, y'all ain't gonna listen to us and kind of trying to agree with us. Like, we gonna blow y'all up. Like, we can actually kill y'all instantly. And that's what it kind of like came to. Like, we're rebels, and like they didn't want to they just wanted peace, but these other people want to have these messed up, cruel stipulations, get people killed for no reason. And they're like, bro, this ain't right, bro. Like, we know we know what we can do, but they wasn't like the villages like wanted the Akatsuki's to basically be like, yeah, man, y'all rodent ninjas. Like, we gonna try to kill y'all as soon as we see y'all. But they was really actually good people. Like, even though they had a messed up way of thinking, it was kind of like they just wanted peace. And like I like the hit and miss village because since I'm the Grim Reaper, I'm gonna stay in the shadows. So that's why, man. I think that's the best one. I think out of all of them, I really love this one. So.
And then I gotta ask, I was on your Instagram, and I've seen a lot of people call you 21 Savage. How many times? I mean, do your homies just call you 21 Savage? I mean,
bro, I'm gonna say for 3 years, bro, I think I have been called 21 Savage. I'm like, bro, so like when I make it, I'm literally be like, hey, yo, 21. Like, I'm gonna need you to like walk out with me, and we need to do like a comparison because apparently me and you look alike, bro. Like, it's not right.
Oh, that's it. Fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. If you want to plug your social media, plug your sponsors, the floor is yours.
All right, y'all. Hey, follow your boy SD the Reaper on IG, SD_the Reaper _Dumas, DUMAS. I want to shout out to the fight lawyer Dan Martinez. That's my lawyer. Proper Nutrition, Dog Work, Mako Tech. They the ones that do my mouthpiece. And shout out to First Round Management. Also want to shout out to Sean Glass Replacement and Thano Rio. He does like real construction work all the time on glass and everything else. Honestly, and also shout out to Fat Boys. Fat Boys is like a burger factory and a burger place, joint in Pensacola, Florida. So if you ever down here, bro, check them out. And also shout out to First Round Management. I can't forget my management team, bro. They damn sure made sure I was able to get to the performance I need to get to. So shout out to them, like especially. Shout out to those dudes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And thank you, man. Hey, thank you for having me. You can call me. I'll be alone. But I'm always here. Always here.